everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using the July Scraptastic kit, but I'm going to do something a little different. I took out some watercolor papers and a jelly bean. It's called placemat, and I think you can use them directly on the page like that, but I've been using it as a template and I have quite a few of those from Jelly Bean, different shapes, and this one here is one of my favorites. It has different circles, and I'm going to use my magicals that I just got from Lindy Stamp Gang, and then my twinkling H2Os that I've had forever. And twinkling H2Os, they're watercolor, but they have a shimmer to them. And then I'm going to use my Peerless watercolor. So right now I'm just going through my twinkling H2Os, my magicals, and then I'm going to take out my Peerless watercolors. I can't talk. And I'm going to fill in the blanks of the colors that I'm missing. So basically, I'm starting with red into pinks and into purples, blues and greens, yellows and oranges. And so I'm just laying them out on the template on how I think I'm going to use them. And now I'm going through my Peerless watercolors, and this is how I store them. They're in a binder, a Martha Stewart binder, and they're not in page protectors, but they're glued to either side of it. And if you go on my YouTube channel, I do have a YouTube video showing what I did with them. And the magicals, how they work, they're basically a powder, and you just go in and you just dip your brush and the colors are so vibrant. Now I think at this point, I can't remember if I had already switched over to no, this was regular cardstock that I was coloring on, and I totally did not like the way the colors were appearing on it, and the paper was denting. Even though I wasn't using a lot of water, it was still, you could tell, like I just didn't like that it was changing the form of the paper so much. So I'd only done a couple of colors, so I just ditched it and started over again. The only problem is now I've lost totally, because I had all those twinkling H2Os and the magicals. I had them all laid out the way that I wanted to. So I don't remember if I go ahead and I lay them all out, or I'm just at this point going to wing it. This layout, today is September 2nd. I'm trying to do my voiceover more in real time, closer to when I'm going to upload it. But the layouts are still done way before, which if I did the voiceover too soon, then when I upload it, it's, I'm talking about stuff that happened over a month ago, or like now I'm going to try and do it more current, but now I'm looking at layouts that today's September 2nd, and this was probably done the end of July. And so now it's going to be to try to remember what I did on layout 6 weeks ago. But I think I'd rather have the voiceover closer to real time, and I have the layout in front of me, so hopefully I can at least remember a little bit what I was thinking about when I did these layouts. So it's going to take me, I'm not going to show you the whole process of me coloring that in. It's a little sort of boring, but boring to watch, not boring to do. It was a blast to do. And so I just used a combination of my magicals, my H2Os, and my Peerless watercolor. And I think you can see with the big pink circle, the variation of color. I mean, it's just awesome. And once I have this all covered, I leave the template on. I take a fine tip marker and I'm going to outline all the circles using the template. And then in between the template, if you can see, there's little sort of triangles, funny looking shapes. I even outline all of those, and it really makes the whole page pop. And then once I'm done all that, I don't want to, cover it up too much, because one, it was fun to make, but two, you're going to spend so much time, working on a background. You don't want to cover it up too much, which, I mean, you still have to put a photo and stuff, but I tried to keep it as minimal as I could, and just sort of embellish just right around the photo, and then just let the brightness of all the different watercolors just really come through. So I can't remember if I said, but this is the 8th layout using the July kit. It took me 2 hours to complete. It wasn't a lickety-split layout to do. It was a little bit time consuming, but it was so much fun. And I have 2 layouts, the one just before this one, and then I was kind of filming out of order. And then this is layout number 8. I have layout number 7 and layout number 11 that the voiceover I did in the middle of August. So you're going to have 2 voiceovers that are really, way back. And then that's when I decided, no, this is ridiculous. This won't be uploaded till the middle of September. And I'm talking way back in time. So those were the last 2 I did, was number 7 and number 11. And then the other ones, I'm just trying to do just a few days before it needs to be uploaded, just so that it's more current. And I'm really loving the way that I'm keeping my Peerless watercolors. They're all in one binder. I can see all the colors. It's just so easy and fun to see all those colors too all together. And just with one, like to get the gradient of the colors, I didn't sit there and use more than one color. Literally, it was just the one color, and whether I added a little bit more water or less water, and then just added like a second coat maybe, or I took a paper towel and took some of the excess water, and it made that difference in gradient color. So I just skipped over the rest of that, and now we're going to get into putting the layout together. I showed you a couple of the pattern papers that I may be using, and a transparency that came in a kit. I took out one of the stamp sets, and I don't believe that I use it. And then some of the sticker sheets from Simple Stories, some enamel dots. So this is what the page looks like, and I don't end up cutting it down and mounting it on anything else, because I just love the brightness of this, and I didn't even want to cut in a little bit. I just wanted to, I found that by outlining each circle, that was enough grounding for it. Usually you add a border all the way around to kind of ground the layout, but by outlining all the circles, I found it grounded enough for me. So I'm going to use some pictures of my grandson, and this is when he came in July, and he stayed for a week. So the one day that we were able to go and do something with him, because he became really sick after that, ended up with a sinus and an ear infection, and so we ended up staying home the rest of the week because he wasn't feeling very good. But that one day we took him to the park, and then we had taken him to McDonald's. And once we were done eating, I said, oh, we should get some ice cream. So we went around the drive-through, and they made him like a baby ice cream, and it was so cute. So I took a picture of the ice cream and then him holding the ice cream, and it was so cute. It was the first time that he had ice cream, and he took, we showed him that, you had to lick it or whatever, and he was like, nom. And we kind of went through the drive-through, but we did park, and my husband sat in the back and kind of helped him eat it so that it wouldn't be all over the place. And then that way I was able to take pictures of him eating the ice cream. So I cut down the pictures, and then I basically made it so that, it's 2 pictures, but it's basically like a 4x6. So I mounted it on a blue chevron pattern paper, and now I'm going to take this pattern paper that's all different colors and also some gold foil. So I'm going to end up mounting the photo on 4 pattern papers, and it's so that the photo does kind of stand out, on all that yumness of pattern paper. And then I love this pattern paper here, and I'm just going to mount the photo on that also. And I didn't know if I wanted to actually mount the photo on it or actually kind of put it sideways. And I decided to mount the photo on it. And then I'm going to take that strip of red that's left, and then I'm going to ground the whole cluster. And I'm still sitting there trying to think, because once I cut it down, I only have 1 sheet of that pattern paper. So I don't have a backup plan, like once I decide to cut it down, then that's it. I have to go with it. And so sometimes I'll take an extra minute and just kind of think about it. But at this point I decided, nope, just go ahead, cut into it. And then I'm going to end up mounting it one more time. And this is where I decide I really like that red stripe. And then once I cut it up, I look at the side of it, and the name of it is Snow Cone Red. And I thought, well, isn't that just perfect? Because it's like an ice cream cone. It's not a snow cone, but hey, close enough. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to cut it down so that it doesn't go the rest of the length of the pattern paper. Then I'm going to use one of the cards. It was actually a cut apart sheet, maybe, I think, or maybe it was a die cut. I can't remember. Like I said, I did this page. It was a cut apart. And it just says, "You are my sunshine." And that's where I'm going to do my journaling. So that's going to go on the right of the layout. And at this point, I didn't mat the last sort of mat of the photo. But I think I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to mount it on this green pattern paper. And I'm going to leave the other layers around the photo are really nice and close. And this one here, I'm going to leave a little bit of a bigger border, more like 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch, just so that it really lets the photo breathe in between the photo and the bright background, so that you can really, make it so it pops. And then the red banner too, or stripe, that also grounds the photo. And then I'm going to take some letter stickers that came from that Simple Stories sheet, and I'm going to spell out first. And of course, I didn't have any more eyes already, and so I took a 1 and I flipped it upside down. And first I took a yellow one, and I didn't like that, like for the eye, and I didn't like that, so I'm going to end up taking a 1 and I'm going to flip it upside down, and that's going to be my eye. And I don't know if you've ever seen those brain teasers, or anyway, there's some that only part of the word is there, but your brain is so accustomed to how some words look that it can finish the words, or it's not that the word is not there. The word is all scrambled and you can still read it. And then there's another one that it's all numbers. Literally, it's numbers. And it's, well, there's a test that you can do, and it says that there's, a small percentage of people that can actually read that without stopping or whatever. Anyway, my husband sent it to me and said, "Can you read this?" And at first when I looked at it, I'm like, "Oh, well, that's weird. It's all numbers." But then when I let my eyes kind of focus, and I was able to read the whole thing like in one shot, and I texted my husband. I said, "That was so weird." And it was just a fun test to take. And so that's what it reminded me of by taking the one and flipping it upside down. Because I thought, the eye will see an eye there instead of a one flipped upside down. And then I took some mini markets from my stash, and it's in navy and in aqua. So the title is just First Ice Cream. And then there was a die cut that came in the kit, and it's a little sun. And now I'm going through and just going to start gluing everything down. And once everything is glued down, then I can start having fun, playing with the embellishments. So there was 2 massive sticker sheets that came with this month's kit. Beautiful and nice and bright. And to me, that was totally the inspiration this month. Like a few layouts ago, I did with the modeling paste and the Peerless Watercolor. And then you're going to see another layout, and then you'll see this one. And again, I was like, oh, I just want to play on that, all the different colors and stuff before I get too much into the kit and I use up, a lot of the stickers just on regular layouts. I want to do some with my Twinkling H2Os and Peerless Watercolors and my Magicals. So now I'm going through the sticker sheets and I'm pulling, if the circles are red, I'm looking for red elements. If the circles are pink, I'm looking for pink. And if the circles are blue, blue, and aqua, yellow, and green. And then once I've, pulled everything that I've had from my kit for those things, I'm going to go into my stash, and I'm just going to bring out some enamel dots, and I'm going to add a few enamel dots. But there was plenty in this kit, and actually I think a lot of the enamel dots did come from this kit. I pulled out a few brads that totally coordinated with the colors on this layout. There was a little red one that I just put right there by the word Smile Big. There was an aqua one. There was a blue one. And was there another one? So I took 3 of the brads. And then there was from the sticker book too, from the Amy Tangerine sticker book, there was all kinds of little arrows and words that came in that sticker book, and hearts and geotags. And then there was a die cut that was a little ice cream truck, and it had a little ice cream cone, so of course I had to use that. I'm going to put it up on foam tape, and that's 3Ms from Scotch. And my roll is really coming down. And I've had a lot of people say, oh, here's a link. It's only $27 on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure that's Amazon in the States. Because when I searched Amazon in Canada, they're $45. And I can't order from Amazon in the States. I got to order from Amazon in Canada. And they're $45, I believe. I'll check again today, but when I checked 2 days ago, it was $45. But I'll just keep looking, and hopefully it'll, get on sale at one point. But like I said, I still have a full roll, so I'm sure in the next year I'll find it somewhere that's on sale. And there was buttons in their kit that coordinated with some of the colors. I found a aqua one. I found a green one. And that was the only 2 buttons. And if you're wondering what I have on my wrist right now, it's actually not my Fitbit. They're selling bracelets for the support of the fallen RCMP and for the members or the families of the fallen RCMP, and also to help the 2 RCMP that were injured, to help them in their recovery. So it's a black bracelet with a blue inside. Anyway, I bought a bracelet to help support the RCMP, and so that's what I'm wearing there. And so that's what that is. So now I'm gonna work on my title, and I'm just gonna put it right on top of my journaling card, and it's just gonna say first ice cream. And then right underneath the journaling card, I use my yellow little stickers on yellow bubble or circle, and I wrote July because that's when he had his first ice cream. And then there was a little cone that was a sticker, and it was an ice cream cone, so it was like, yay, I'll be using that. So now I'm using my We Are Memory Keeper tool, and I'm going to add those brads. And now this is where I'm looking in that sticker book to see, if there's any stickers that match. And I end up finding an orange arrow, a teal arrow, a red arrow, I think is what I had left out of those arrows. And I find, when in the kits, when we get those simple stories, sticker sheets, we get so many things that we can add on our layouts. I don't know if it says how many stickers come on one of those. Let me just see. I don't think it says, but it's a whole lot. Like the one with the alphas, there's 3 out, that one right there, 3 alphas. And then there's a square that's just filled with little stickers and words, and then there's you got your tabs and those little yellow and blue stickers. I'm actually today going to be starting layout. When I did the last, I said, I don't think I have more than enough for two more layouts. I've done 3 since, and I think I've put together enough for 2 more, maybe 1 or 2 more. And you should see my sticker sheet now. Look, it's almost all gone. So, but that's what I like. I like to be able to just use it to its fullest, so that by the time that I put the kit away, I just go, I got my money's worth. I used it to its full potential. Okay, so while I'm finishing that up, I just want to thank everyone for your sweet and amazing comments. I read every single one of them. I wish I could write back to every single one of you and just, tell you how much I appreciate all of you. And thank you so much for all the thumbs up. But I just want to say, you would be amazed at how much time, everything just kind of takes. And not just making the layouts, but even uploading the layouts to, all the different groups where I upload the layouts. If I have 3 to upload, it takes me an hour between all that and my blog. And then I try to go to the Facebook group often too, and sometimes I'll go like 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, it's been so long. But between work and getting the videos done, and I'm trying to pack, and I'm working on the class and all this stuff, I just want to let you know, if I don't answer you right away, if you have a question, I'm really, really sorry. And a lot of times I'll see it on my phone, and because that's so much more portable. But for some reason, I can't answer back on my phone, and it's just driving me nuts. Like, it won't let me answer from the phone. It just keeps, like, I'll do it, and then I'll get an error message saying that it wasn't sent. If I could just do it on my phone, I probably could do it a whole lot more. Because then when, I'm somewhere waiting for something, I could do a few like that. But anyway, I'm not in any way complaining of, the time it takes. I just wanted to say that I'm not totally not ignoring or not appreciating all your comments. I do read them, and it touches my heart. Every single comment that you guys take the time to leave. And hopefully in the future I'll have, a little bit more time. I'm trying. That's what I want to say. I am trying to carve out, 10 or 15 minutes a day, to get back to some of you and stuff, or to all of you, hopefully. I'm trying to answer the questions, and but anyway, I just want to let you know that it's not, your comments are just not there and I don't see them. I do see them and I appreciate them, and thank you so much. So here are some close-ups, and thanks for watching. Bye.